Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be working on testing the equipment that I showed you in a prior video. I'll try to put that somewhere. I guess it would be over here. If you're interested in looking at it, some equipment I got for free and I want to see what works and what don't. And then we're going to do an overhaul to my equipment rack depending on what does work. So if you're into that kind of stuff, I would suggest to stay tuned. Alright, so far right now there's some stuff in this that needs to come out. There's some stuff that needs to be reworked and cleaned up. But I've got this equipment here and some here and another amplifier in the living room and some speakers that I need to test out. So what we're going to do is I got a CD in the CD player for copyright reasons. We're going to play some old school Mears beats that he gave me back in like 2007. So it should be pretty fun. And yeah, I'm going to hook stuff up and then we're going to just try to test it out. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitten. Quit messing with my internet lines. Hey. Hey. Leave those internet lines alone. Alright, so the first piece of equipment we're going to test is the GEQ 231, the dual 31 graphic equalizer. As of right now, I'm going to only test each channel separately, so right now we got it in channel 1. So I'm going to turn it up, I'm going to hit play. So the sound is playing through the right side. Let's see if we bypass. Ooh, if we bypass, it sounds kind of nasty. Where do we go? Yeah, everything seems to. I got bypass on. Yeah, that's definitely doing something. So it's got a pass-through option in case you don't want to have this on. It'll still pass the signal through. So now we're going to take and do the same thing but with number 2 on the bottom. So now we'll be looking, I got it. Now we'll be looking at this side, which is number 2. And that works, that works.
What's the name of this song?
Just something Chris made. So okay, this piece of equipment, ladies and gentlemen, works. On to the next one. So the next one that we're going to test is this DBX Professional Products 1231 graphic equalizer. So we're going to basically do the same test on it. I've got it in through the top level. Alright, so the top part works. We're going to switch over to the second side. So you can still use this for gain control of this DBX one without using the equalizer part. You've got an equalizer bypass on this and still be able to use the gain. So the gain output on this one's pretty nice. Now I got to decide if I want to use this one or the last one that we just did as the equalizer part of this. But I will make that decision shortly. So we'll go to the next piece. Alright, so the last equalizer is this 431QF. From Peavey, designed and made in the USA. This one's the one that I believe possibly don't work because they were adamant that one of them didn't work and they couldn't get it to work. So I haven't even pressed the button to test it. I don't want the low cut, I don't want to bypass. So we're going to press the button and see what happens. Didn't expect that. It works. Now I have another PV equalizer down here. I'm curious which one this is. 131. So this one's definitely better. But I mean, in tandem, I guess they're both feedback eliminating equalizers. So wow, or feedback locating systems. So that could possibly, and I know this one does work. I think I gave Chris the matching one to that. So cool. So yeah, there's another equalizer. Like this one would be good to put like a microphone through. That way, if there's any kind of noise or any problems with anything, you can actually take the frequency out that's causing it to feedback. And so awesome. So next, I think we're going to hold off on that. I think I'm going to go ahead and go get that other amp that I got, and we're going to test that, because if that one actually works real well, we're going to take it and put it in place of this Crest Audio CD2000. This actually came out of Grayson Stadium, and from what I'm told, this didn't mean to do that. This was there back when they were, before they were the Sand Gnats, when they were still the Savannah Cardinals. This was like the old school amp from Grayson, and I got rained on one time, and I took it apart and cleaned it up, but I'm having issues with some of the knobs and all that kind of stuff. And normally I probably would try to fix it, but considering the fact that I can get access to more amps and stuff like that, and to save time so I can make videos, I'll probably just go ahead and replace it, and hopefully it'll be this one that we replace it with. So we'll be right back. So we got the amp in. The amp is a Crown CE 1000. It's actually a smaller size amp, but for what I'm distributing through the house, this stuff up here, I don't need anything much bigger. So let's get to seeing what that's going to be like. So I am getting signal without clipping or fault on input 1, plugged into input 1. So I'm going to cut the power, and then I'm going to reach back and put it into input 2, because I want to make damn well good sure that, alright, this one starts off whether it's flashing or flashing. Yeah, I've got signal. Yeah, so I need to make sure that I'm gonna have, I think I am gonna put this in and just see what happens. Actually, let's test out the sound off of it first. Alright, so I got a speaker plugged in, so now let's test it. It's actually working very well. I think we're going to switch it out. Alright, so real quick on this Crown amp before I proceed. These actually take either XLR or 1/4 inch inputs, but the outputs are Neutrik speak-on. So what I'm going to end up having to do, because all I have is bare wire going up to the Crest Audio amp, is I'm going to end up using these Neutriks to 1/4 inch adapters, which I have some actual speaker wire. This isn't just regular instrument, this is rated for speakers, which I'm going to end up converting into that, and then I cut it, and then we'll splice this into the bare wire, so that'll give us our connections that will go out into the speakers. So we're going to do that for both of them, and that will allow us to connect to the existing system the way that I had it. Alright, so I decided to go with the DBX equalizer because it kind of fits the aesthetic of more of the darker equipment. So I thought that made sense. So now we're going to start putting stuff back in, and hopefully it works out better than some of me taking it out. So now this is the revised rack. I didn't test out the Behringer crossover yet because I still don't know exactly what I'm going to use it for. But the fact that this is kind of the first time that I've come across one of these, I want to keep it because I just have this bad feeling that if I get rid of it, that I'm going to regret it at some point. I've done that with equipment before. So I think I'm safer to try to just hold on to it. But yeah, so we got our dual band stereo equalizer, which I can help use the gains on that, and this drives the whole house with these speaker selectors. I got speakers on the front porch, I got speakers all over the backyard, I got speakers in this back room, in the kitchen. So yeah, so let's get to hooking it up. I think I'm happy with that. The other Crest Audio amp I had was also extremely loud. It was like that fan coming up in it, but that will work fine where I'm planning on taking it, which will be another video coming up. We got big plans for some of the stuff we did take out that's not useful for me but can be useful for somebody else that I know. So please stay tuned and you'll see some of this get reinstalled somewhere else, which will be cool. So anyway, we I think we're done with this one. It's weird, I think all that equipment worked, and all I got to do now is test the speakers, which I don't think is a big deal. So we'll catch you in the next one. Alright, so I lied. We are going to go ahead, screw it up, Adam, and check out the speakers. I'm going to hook them up and then we'll see if they play. I was right. There ain't nothing wrong with these speakers. I'm pretty sure there's nothing wrong with them. The tweeter's working and the driver's working. They actually sound pretty good. Two more to go. Speaker number two. Let's see what it sounds like. I'm telling you, I don't think there was anything wrong with these speakers. I think it was that line the whole time that was causing that. I'm almost positive. Gosh. Alright, one more speaker to test, and we're loading them up for another project. Alright, last speaker, because there's the other two. So I got a stack of speakers now taller than me back here, and we're about to press this button. I told Justin when we took these out, I don't think anything's wrong with these speakers. I think they got problems with their lines. Lo and behold, we replaced the line, and now the new speakers they bought work. So there you go. Hashtag MZTV, hashtag whatevers, they work. Let's try to get 7 likes on this video. We'll see you soon. Thumbs up for everything working that we replaced in the church because they thought nothing worked. We'll catch you in the next one.